Hello everyone. Today we will be seeing squares and square roots. This is a very important topic and it is a topic in 8th grade CBSE and for ICSE also. But more than that, it will be used in all possible classes and all possible problems. Okay, now what is a square? A square is a number that is a product of the number with the number itself. That means, for example, if 4 is a square number, if I am saying 4 is a square number, that means it is a product of two numbers and the two numbers are same. 2 into 2 equal to 4. That means this 4 is a square number, or we will call it perfect square number. 4 is a perfect square number. 9, for example, 9 is 3 into 3. That means 9 is a perfect square number and it is a multiplication of 3 and 3. Like that, it is called squares. Now, we will be seeing how to find out perfect squares, whether the number is a perfect square or not, like that. How to find out? So, for example, I have a number 196. Whether this is a perfect square or not. How to find out this? There are many methods and the first method is called prime factorization method. So the first method is prime factorization method. For that we will do this division kind. So 196 should be divided with only prime numbers. Because 196 is an even number, I will put the first number as 2. So if it will, you will get 98. 19 will be 18. You have to take, that is 9, and remaining one 16, that is 8. Now again you have to use divide with the 2. 9 will be divided 4 times. 4 into 2 is 8. Remainder 1. So it is 18. So it will be 9. Now again 49 is a 7 into 7 is 49. So we have 196 which is equal to 2 into 2 into 7 into 7. So now if you group it, you have two 2's and two 7's. That means this can be expressed as 2 square into 7 square. So 196 can be expressed as 2 square into 7 square. That is 14 square. So 196 can be expressed as 14 into 14 or 14 square. So the 196 is a perfect square and its a square root number is 14. 14 into 14 is 196. So 196 is a perfect square number. Now I will be giving you one more example, and that is 1764. Whether 1764 is a perfect square or not. If it is a perfect square, what is the square root number? So now again we have to do it with L division. So it will be, you are dividing it with 2 because it is a even number. 17 means 16 you can take, that is 8. Remainder 1. So this is 16, again 8, and 4 you can make it as 2. And now again you can divide it with 2. 8 will be like 4, again 8 will be like 4, and 2 into 2 divided by 2, that is 1. Now 441, if you add this 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 1 9. So it will be divided with 3. So we can divide it with 3. So 3 divided by 4 divided by 3, it will be 1, remainder 1. So again you will be getting 4 times, that is 12. 3 4s are 12, remainder 2. So it will be now 147. Now again 147, if you add, it will be 5 plus 7, that is 12. So you can divide it with 3. So 14, it will be 12. 12 is 4 times, remainder 2, that is 9 times. 49, again it will be 7 into 7. So now 1764 equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. Okay, so when you group, there are two 2's, two 3's and two 7's. So it will be 2 square into 3 square into 7 square. So that will be, when you multiply, it will be 42 whole square. 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 7 is 42 whole square. So 1764 is a perfect square and it's a square of 42. Okay, so it will be like 42 into 42. This is the 1764 is a perfect square number and it's a square of 42. This table gives you squares till 30. 1 square, 2 square like that till 30 square I have given it in the table. So now if you see in this table, the perfect squares, all these are perfect squares. The right side, 1 is a perfect square of 1 square, 4 is 2 square, 9 is 3 square like that. So the right hand side numbers are all perfect square numbers. So if you see, the perfect square numbers are ending with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9. I'll tell you. The perfect square numbers will end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. Only these numbers, ending with these numbers can be a perfect squares. Perfect square number. See, if you see 1 is 1 square is 1, so it is ending with 1. 4, 2 square equal to 4, so it is ending with 4. 3 square is 9, so it is ending with 9. So the numbers which are ending with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 could be perfect squares. We cannot say all the numbers which are ending with these numbers are perfect squares, but they could be perfect squares. That means the numbers ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8 cannot be perfect squares. So please remember this. The numbers which are ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8, they cannot be perfect squares. So on seeing only, I can say 27 is not a perfect square. Why? Because it is ending with 7. Whereas, so if I see a number which is ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8, I can stop doing the calculation to find out whether it is a perfect square or not because they cannot be a perfect square. But at the same time, if I have 36, it is a perfect square. It is, first of all, it is ending with 6. So I can check whether it is a perfect square or not. Yes, it is. It is 6 square. Okay, so this thing is a small clue to find out whether the given on seeing itself whether this number can be a perfect square or not. So we can use this technique. The next question is, by what least number should 3675 be multiplied to get a perfect square number? Also find the number whose square is the new number. So now by in this question itself we can understand that 3675 is not a perfect square number and we have to multiply some number with this so that the new number will be a perfect square number. So okay, we'll see how to do this. For this, we have to find out the factors, that is using prime factors. So because this is like ending with 5, I will divide it with 5. So 35 will be 7 times. Remainder 1, so it will be 3 times. Remainder 2, so it will be 5 times. 7, 35. Again, I will be dividing it with 5, so it will be 1 time 20, that is 4 times, and 3 it will be 7 times. 147. Again it will, you can do it with 3. So 12 will be 4 times and remainder 2, that will be 9 times. And now again it will be 7 and 7. So now 3675 can be broken like this. 5 into 5 into 3 into 7 into 7. So we have to find out the pairs for the number. 5 into 5. 5 is appearing 2 times. And 7 into 7. 7 is appearing 2 times. But 3, that doesn't have any pair. It is appearing only 1 time. That means the new number which should be multiplied will be 3 because 3 does not have any pair. So this will be 5 square into 3 into 7 square. This 3 should have a pair so that the number will become a perfect square. So we are going to multiply both the sides with that number only. That is, the new number will be, see, new number will be 5 square into 3 into 7 square into 3. Another 3 we are using to multiply, so that what we will get 5 square into 3 square into 7 square. So we are getting a perfect square number. So what is this? 5 into 3 is 15. 15 into 7 is 105. 105 the whole square. So the new number is, what number we are using to multiply? 3. So by what least number should this number be multiplied? So we are using 3, the number 3 to multiply this number, and then the new square number is 105. This is the answer. So 3 is the number, 3 is the least number, should be multiplied with 3675, and the new square number is 105. So 105 whole square we have to get. So this is the answer for this question. What number should be multiplied with? So what is the minimum number which is without pair? So in this case 3 is without pair. So we are multiplying one more 3 to make that number a perfect square number. Next question. By what least number should 6300 be divided to get a perfect square number? Find the number whose square is a new number. So now the minimum number should be divided. So what it is like that. So 6300, again we have to use the prime factorization method, and we have to divide it. So now I use 3. So it will become 2100. Again I will use 3 to divide it. 27 will be 700. And again now I will be using 7. So it will be 100. Now again I will be using 5 here. So it will be 20. Again I will be using 5 here. So it will be 4. 4 will be 2 into 2. Okay. So now 6300 will be equal to 3 into 3 into 7 into 5 into 5 into 2 into 2. Now let us pair the numbers. 3 into 3. 3 appears 2 times. 5 into 5. 5 appears 2 times. 2 into 2. 2 also appears 2 times. Only the number 7 does not have any pair. It is appearing single time only. So in that case, so now we have to group it. It will be 3 square into 7 into 5 square into 2 square. So the number which does not have any square number is that 7. So we have to divide that 7 from this number, so that the remaining numbers form a perfect square, because 7 does not have any another 7 to pair with it. So now I am going to divide the number with 7. That means new number. How the new number will be? New number will be 3 square into 7 into 5 square into 2 square divided by 7, because 7 does not have another number. So it will be this and this will go. So it will be 3 square into 5 square into 2 square. So now what is it? 3 into 5 is 15. 15 into 2 is 30. 30 square. So the number, the minimum number or the least number that should be divided is 7, and the new number appeared. The new number whose square will be like appearing is 30. 30 square will be appearing. So whatever number does not have pair, that number we have to divide. In this case, it is only one number, that is 7. But if you have 2-3 numbers also, all the 2-3 numbers should be divided. I will discuss some properties of perfect square numbers. Already I have told you, a square number can end only with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. 2, 3 and 7 and 8 cannot be ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8 cannot be a perfect square number. And next one, the second property is the number of zeros at the end of a perfect square is always even. That means, see the second property. This one I will explain now. If we have 100, then it is a perfect square number. But if we have 1000, that is we have 3 zeros here. That is odd number of zeros here. Odd number of zeros. That means this is not a perfect square. Not a perfect square. In the end of a number, if you have even number of zeros, 100 is two zeros. That means it is 10 square. 100 is a perfect square. So the number of zeros at the end of a number should be always even in a perfect square number. And then third property is squares of even numbers are always even. That means, see, 2 square equal to 4. 4 square equal to 16. That means 2 is a even number and its square is also a even number. Same way, 4 is a even number and its square is also 16. That is also a even number. Same way, squares of odd numbers are always odd. For example, 3 square is 9. 3 is a odd number and the square of 3, that is 9, is always another odd number. So these are the some of the properties. There are many properties of square numbers, but whenever it is required, I will explain it. And one more thing now we have to see is this square table. If you see the square root, the right side, all the numbers are square numbers and the left side numbers are natural numbers for that. See, if this number 1, that is the square number, perfect square number 1, if it is ending with 1, then the natural number for that will be ending with 1. Here, see, if the square number is ending with 1, then the natural number is ending with 9. That means if the square number is ending with 1, the natural number for that will end with 1 or 9. Same way, if it is ending with 4, then the natural number for that will end in 2 or 8. Okay, and if the square number is ending with 9, then the natural number for that will end with 3 or 7, like that. And if the square number is ending with 6, then the natural number for that will end in 4 or um, 6. Okay, 4 or 6. Then if the square number is ending with 5, definitely only one possible, the natural number will end with 5. If the square number is ending with 0, then the natural number also will end with 0. So on seeing this, we can use this technique for finding out the squares. I will explain all this in detail in the next video. Please watch, subscribe and share my video. Thank you.